In this video, we're going to go over backup and recovery for SQL Server. The importance of the backups is to protect against data loss, ensure data recoverability and business continuity, mitigate financial loss, legal consequences, and damage to reputations. Some of the types of backups are full backup, differential backups, transaction log backup, and file group backups. Performing backup jobs, you need to open SQL Server Management Studio, or you can also use Azure Data Studio. Connect the SQL Server instance, navigate to backup option for desired database, select the backup type and configure the options, initiate backup job, and monitor the process. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We've got the SQL Server Management Studio up. I have my instance already connected to. If you need to connect to it, make sure you go over to here, type in the instance name you need, use the authentication method of that you need to use, whether Windows authentication or SQL authentication. Go over to Demo DB or whatever your database happens to be called. Right click on there, go to Task, Backup, and this one's just going to be on a full backup starting off. You can choose between full, differential, transaction log. Those are 3 of them. Then you can use copy only backup, which won't break the log sequence. So if you take a full backup and you already have a job that's backing up differentials and transaction logs, if you take another full, like we're doing right now, it'll break that log sequence and you'll have to start all over from those differentials before you can use those anymore. So copy only backup won't break that log sequence and it will allow you to use this backup separately. And then I'm just going to push OK. This is where it's going to be backed up to. It's going to be called demodb.bak. OK, it's been backed up. All right. Database recovery process. We'll do the restore sequence, the point in time recovery, importance of recovery testing. So whenever you do take a backup, you have multiple backups, so you have a full, differential, and transaction log, you can actually make a point in time recovery, but that's only available for databases in the full recovery model. So to illustrate where that is, go to your database, go to properties, options, and look at what your recovery model is. If it's in full, you can take transaction log backups and restore it to a point in time. If it's in simple, which is pretty common when people don't have a backup process or they don't want to wait for backups to release their transactions and their transaction log, then you can only restore a full and differential. Now, the importance of the recovery testing is sometimes these backup files actually get, what's it called, corrupted. So if you're not testing out these backups, you may never know that your backups were failing to begin with. So make sure you test your backups reasonably, every week or two. It's pretty important to know because if you do have very important data, you want to make sure you know as soon as possible. All right, we've already went ahead and done a backup job. Inclusion backups are essential for data protection and recoverability. Regular backups are an awesome data strategy, and test your backups and recovery processes for data recoverability. All right, next, before we jump off here, we're going to go ahead and show you how to do a restore of this. So it'll be very similar to the backup. You'll come over to your instance, go back to databases, go to restore database, go to device, because we're going to find the location of it, add. This is the one we just took. Okay, file. And I mean, if you want to see what that script is, and maybe you have multiple backups you want to add onto here, you can go over here and script it out. But I'm just going to push OK, and it has been restored. All right, see you in the next module.